je pa sonček, no, se boste videli, pa slišali, pa res, jaz vam želim, vse, to je Jada, Temi je pa njena mama. Tako da one dve sta obe krasne ženske, ki smo se zdaj veliko na vezi, si pomagamo ena drugi. Tako da vsrkajte vase čim več, ko lahko, pa potem bomo vsa vprašanja ali zasebno ali pa kakorkoli, no, da se bomo slišali, pa bomo potem razrešili na kakršne načine, kakršnokoli vprašanje, saj vemo. Smo odprti in ni ovir. So Jada and Tammy, I just kind of introduced you, but I think that always the best impression is when we open up ourselves to other people. So the stage is yours.
Thank you. Jada's going to share a presentation to get us started.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Jada.
Do you see it?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I'm Tammy. As she introduced, I'm Jada's mom, and I also have 4 other children. Jada is the oldest of the 5. I have been with Q Sciences for almost 2 years now, and it is very rewarding as far as being able to help give people a better quality of life. One thing that is very important when you start working with a company is to make sure that you have the right company. Right now, we're a global company. We're in 17 different countries. The company was founded by a man named Mark Wilson. The main product that became the foundation of the company, he found because his granddaughter was nonverbal, and he was looking for something to try to help her. He found a product called Q-Max, and it is the #1 studied brain health supplement in the world. It has been studied by Harvard and Yale universities, and he saw such an amazing life-changing results with his granddaughter that he decided to purchase the rights for the product. And then he created Q Sciences in 2012. Back then, the product was mostly sold in medical settings, like a doctor's office or chiropractor's office. When 2017, Mark met Jake Spencer. Now, Jake Spencer found the company because his wife was giving their daughter the Q-Max in her smoothies every morning. And he saw such an improvement, he wanted to meet the owner of the company. When Jake and Mr. Wilson met, they actually decided to form a partnership because of Jake's expertise in social selling. Now, Jake helped Mark take the company to another level, to where the products could be introduced to friends, neighbors, by mouth, so that it would be able to be presented to more people than somebody just stumbling upon it in a doctor's office or a chiropractor's office. As you can imagine, this move boosted sales through the roof, and there have been so many people joining our company in order to help others with their health and lives. So it is very rewarding on many different levels. Our mentor, he is our general, and I don't know how to pronounce his name, so if Jada wants to unmute and jump in there on that.
Mr. Bengt Emanuelson.
He has had 20 years experience in the industry. He is in charge of our European marketing and our personal development. Now, this gentleman right here, this is Mr. Dr. Stephen Kimberly. He is the mastermind behind all of our products. This is before any product can be released. He's got to approve it. He's got to improve on it, whatever he decides that needs to be done. He's an absolute genius, and he is so amazing. He's super well known in the medical community. He has had 34 years experience from owning his own natural practice. He believes in natural healing. and the senior editor of WebMD before he came over to Q Sciences. After when he was in his medical practice, after hearing so many people talk about mental health, anxiety, depression, and the side effects of what that did to their lives, he started researching these disorders to try to find out why they are more prevalent now than they used to be 40 years ago. What he found was that the soil that our food is grown in has become so depleted that you have to eat 8 times the amount of fruits and vegetables now as compared to 40 years ago to get the same amount of nutrients. Dr. K came to the conclusion that where we don't get the nutrients that we need from our diet, specifically our brain is not getting those nutrients that we need. Now, your brain is obviously very powerful and needs more nutrients than your body. So Dr. K created the entire lineup of products to help you get the proper nutrition delivered to your body and, more importantly, to your brain. And now I will introduce Miss Jada Stacy. She is our leader of our silver team. She is considered a silver ambassador. And I know that doesn't mean a lot, but what that means is the higher rank and level that you get, the more people have been helped. And that is what is amazing and rewarding for us. So I'm going to turn the stage over to Jada.
Thanks, Mom. I appreciate it. It's really cool to get to work with my mom. And guys, I'm Southern, so if I talk really fast, just throw me some comments below and tell me to slow my butt down, okay? And I will try to do that. But can we just talk about for a second how amazing Marija is? Like, obviously, all of y'all know who she is, and you're friends with her. You're here to support her. You're here to hear her out. She is such an incredible light in this world. And when I met her, I knew immediately that she was going to make such a huge difference with what she's already doing, but what she can now do as well with the mental health spectrum. And so, guys, if you have questions, please don't hesitate, put them in the chat, or afterwards we can talk more privately. And if need be, Marija can translate. Since I talk fast, I'm trying to slow down so I don't talk too fast for you guys. But my story begins where I actually, sometimes it's hard to share, but I actually have always struggled with my mental health. I went through a lot of hardship, and I was constantly struggling with not feeling enough, with not even wanting to be here anymore because my mental health was in such a bad place. And I was dealing with so much pain all the time from my very, very rare illnesses that all I wanted to be able to do was to smile on my wedding day. And because of Q, because of these incredible brain hack products and pain products, I have been able to completely change my life. And I was able to smile on my wedding day. And you see that hunk right there, he is all mine. But he is actually the biggest reason why I am able to be here today, because when I gave up hope, when my doctors told me that they couldn't help me anymore because I'm on the spectrum of bipolar disorder, I have PTSD, extreme depression, and anxiety, he wouldn't give up on me. He said, there is a solution and we are going to find it. And 4 out of 5 people nowadays are struggling with their mental health to a very worrisome degree. A lot of people are struggling with getting out of bed. Look at what's happened to our entire world this year. We have been isolated from the people that we care most about, and our entire worlds have been upheavaled, and our children are having to do virtual learning, and they've been taken out of situations in which they are able to socially get to know each other and have that element. And so what I'm going to talk to you about a little bit is how we can help provide not only for ourselves, but for our future generations in mental health. And so we do have a full suite of products. We may not be in Slovenia yet for the business, which that will come one day, but we do have the ability to provide things for you and your family. And that is Marija's mission. She has so much passion for Slovenia and so much passion for the people. and she just wants to see everyone helped in any way she can. Maybe you are in perfect health. Maybe you don't need anything at all, but I bet you know someone who does. And so we have things all the way ranging from full spectrum hemp, which if you don't know what that is, or you think it's marijuana, I'll talk about that later. It's not marijuana, okay? All the way to the most researched supplements in the world. But I'm going to start with a Q core. This changed my life. That first thing right there, the Max Premium, is our brain hack. That's the one that has 33 third-party clinical studies on mental health by Harvard and Yale and a variety of other places. When my doctors couldn't help me, this is what did, because it does things that no one else even can duplicate. The science is just crazy. And I'm not going to go in super depth about the science. If you want to know more about that, if you want to see the studies, if you want to do any of that stuff, we can talk more privately afterwards. But just trust me when I say that you feel the difference. That's paired with the Align, which rids your body of bad inflammation. Do you guys know how important it is to have good gut health? Especially during this time period in our world. It is imperative to have good gut health. And the Align rids your body of bad inflammation. But also, gut health plays a big role in your mental health. It all works together. Just as we all work together to make a better world, different parts of our body work together to make our brain function the best, our gut function the best, our heart function the best. It all works together. And the Align helps to do that in a way that others can't. And then the third part of the Q core is the biotics. Now, basically everybody takes probiotics, right? Most everybody, you ask them, they usually go to the drugstore down the road or the local grocery store, but they aren't taking what actually works. Our probiotics are very unique. They have actual studies on them showing help with things like IBS, which I personally suffer with. And if any of you guys are familiar with something like that, it can kind of rule your life. But also helps with things like UTI, and it does. And Marija is like an expert on ingredients. Like if you ask her about that, she will go full into it, and it is amazing. But all I know is that it works. I know that I feel the difference, and that's what matters to me. And I know that because of Dr. Steve and Kimberly, all the ingredients are clean and they're good and they work. And so what we've recently just come out with, that is something that really intrigued Marija, was the children's line. We have one of the first mental health supplements specifically designed and approved for children. This Q core that you see right here, that's got the kids' drawings on it that are really cute. The kids of Q get to have their kids color these coloring sheets and submit them, and they approve them and they put them on our bags, which is super sweet and special. But this has things like an immune booster for elderberry. How many of you are worried about your kids right now with their mental health and their physical well-being? More than ever. How many of you feed your kids nuggets because it's necessary sometimes? Sometimes you don't have time to cook them an organic from scratch meal. Sometimes that is an option. And so we help to fill those deficiencies in their nutrition. This helps with their brain health. So it helps them with their focus. It helps them with those really big feelings that people have. I got to be one of the testers for the original of this, and it works with adults as well. But this is specifically designed so that kids like the flavor. There was this one story of this little boy, his name is Ethan, and he was struggling so much in school that he was reading pages with words on it. And he said that he felt like they were buzzing and attacking his eyes because he just couldn't focus. His brain just couldn't, for some reason, get focused in on that. He was in 3rd grade and was not even at a kindergarten level in reading. And his mom started him on this. He was one of the testers. And within a couple of months, he was to the 3rd grade level because this allowed the buzzing to stop. It allowed the words to calm down. It allowed him to think and become the child he was truly intended to be. This also helps with your immune support. It has things like elderberry in it. It has a variety of other, like that Align, the inflammation one that I told you about, that's really good for your overall body. We found a way to put that in a kid's version. And so that's going to help them with the inflammation in their brain. And if you know what the myelin sheath is, if you don't know what it is, I'm not going to bore you, but it helps protect your brain. And it is incredible technology. There is nothing like this in the world for our children. And it tastes great too. There's a grape and a fruit punch. And so it does a lot of different things, but we've designed more than just the product. We've designed the accountability. We have sheets for them to fill out so they have fun drinking water and they eat healthy and they take their supplements and then they get a free prize for doing that. And then they're able to participate in games and learning and stuffed animals, because it's hard enough to get your kids to eat the things that they love. Sometimes if you have children, you know, like it flips on a hat of what they want, but this you can put in anything, applesauce, drinks, water. You can put it in there, anything that has a liquid. It's a powder that you put in a drink and it tastes like a Kool-Aid. And so that's going to help provide for them. But we also have the kids line, which is completely, our kids club, which is completely dedicated to our children's overall health, because our world depends on the children we are raising now. That's where the future is going to be. And Q believes that we need to have something for absolutely everyone to live their best life. And so we really do make it easy for the whole family. But we also have things like sprays. Vitamin C and zinc is really hard to absorb in your body. And we have created a convenient spray you put under your tongue. You can use it for your kids and it helps boost your immune system. As well as a D3 that helps with healthy teeth and bones. These are incredibly affordable. One for sleep. Okay, if you guys have kids that they want one more water, can I have one more hug? Can I just watch one more show, Mom? This is going to help them to naturally fall asleep. Then there's one for pain relief as well as brain function. And the last one is to help with metabolism. Then we do have a full line for weight management, whether that be from Natural Energy, that I love the Dragonberry, but disclaimer, it's probably going to have all of your dishes folded, all of your dishes done, all of your laundry folded, and all of your floors mopped, because you're going to just have so much energy that you just want to get stuff done. But there's things to help with healthy weight that was initially a design for diabetics to help with their insulin intake. But for me right here, that's a 6-week period. That helped me to gain my confidence back after my doctors pumped me full of medication after medication after medication. And I gained a ton of weight. It helped me to lose that and keep it off. And then we have our carb blockers that we pair with the inflammation. Does anyone have that like pregnant look, but you know you're not pregnant? And if one more person asks you if you're pregnant, you might go crazy. The Align and Trim are going to pair together to help that. And then we have stuff like a muscle recovery cream. Now, I'm going to talk to you guys just briefly, and I'm not going to take up much more of your time. I know you guys probably all have the kids in bed and you're like, this is my me time. So first of all, thank you for spending it with us. But I want to tell you a little bit about hemp. Has anyone ever, you can just nod your heads if yes, has anyone ever taken CBD or hemp? No. Okay. Does anyone think that CBD or hemp is marijuana? Okay. Okay. So you guys know it's not marijuana, but you haven't ever used it before. So there is a difference between what is CBD and full spectrum hemp. Okay. First off, get marijuana out of your head. It's a different plant. Throw it out the window. We're not even going to touch it. Okay. It's a different area. This THC in marijuana is high in THC, which makes you feel the drug test, gives you the psychedelic, gets you high. CBD is all the good things without the drug fail, without the high. You can give it to your kids. You know, you probably wouldn't want to give marijuana to your kids. I'm just saying, like, I'm not judging your parenting style, but most people don't do that. But the CBD and hemp is all the good things. It helps you with anxiousness. It helps you with pain. This was a game changer for my pain. Nothing else helped. It has things to help with inflammation and overall body health. But there's a difference between what's on the market that you go and get. Do you guys like sushi? Does anyone like sushi? No? Okay. Yes. Okay. I see one nodding head. would you buy sushi from the gas station? No. Yeah, no. So don't buy CBD from the gas station. Don't buy CBD from your supermarket. Buy it where there's documentation, because documentation beats conversation any day of the week. And we have that documentation, human studies to help. Right now, it's, do you take CBD? In 3 years, it's going to be, what kind do you take? And you're going to want to say full spectrum hemp, because it is the Lamborghini of CBDs. So there's a variety of things that help with appetite control, calming you down, hydration. It helps you with anxiousness you've got going on. It helps you with muscle recovery. It also helps you with your pets. My dog is crazy. Like you think that she's a permanent toddler. She is crazy. And this hemp really helps to calm her down, and it helps to keep me sane. There's also roll-ons that help you with relaxation. You can put them in your diffuser. Did you guys know that hemp is a natural antibacterial? So I put the Defend roll-on, which helps with your sinuses and your allergies, in my diffuser, and it helps to clear me up. And then there's one specifically for sleep. So basically everything you can imagine, we have. And now Marija at her fingertips has the ability to help you and your family with whatever it is that you're looking for, lacking of, or deficient in. The future is in your hands. We will be coming to Slovenia one day for the business opportunity, but maybe you know someone in Austria, maybe you know someone in France, maybe you know someone in New Zealand, or maybe you personally in Slovenia need things to help with your family or your children's health, because the future is literally in our hands. We pick them up, we put them on our hip, and we go about our day. And we get to decide how that future is going to look, not only for our individual health, but for our family's health. You get to decide if you're going to be the drop in the water that makes a little ripple effect, or if you're going to be a tidal wave of change like Marija is and go full force and make those changes. So even if you aren't interested today in personally supporting Marija, maybe you know someone who is. So send them her way, because we all know she has a heart of absolute gold and is such an incredible person, and she will change the world one person at a time. So thank you guys so much for coming on. I hope that I didn't talk too fast. I hope that you found this informative. And I just want to take a second to see if any of you do have a quick question. I would love to answer that.